There's one bulb they've allowed me to play with, and it's this one. And it's got this coil, this loop, which gives maximum surface area to allow lots of light to come off it. Now, it looks quite crude, and it's hard to believe that people used to jump for joy at this wonder of the age. The tungsten bulb had finally extinguished the domestic gaslight by the 1930s, and it's still the most popular bulb in our homes today. Wow, amazing. But perhaps we should all be really amazed by this, a very, very low energy light, which is almost cold to the touch because it's so efficient. It gives all its energy out as light. This bulb has no filament at all. It's a bent-up fluorescent tube using about 1/5 of the electricity of a tungsten bulb. And a visit to a high street lighting shop these days shows there's no end to the way we use electric light. All these different designs and styles show me that it's not just a functional thing, it's an expression of where we're at, really. It's not just the fittings, the light, the quality of light. We paint with light, and we flit round these lights like moths round a flame. Having lost the lighting battle, the gas companies had to come up with other appliances that would keep their flame alive. Now, apart from the cooker, they had to think about wild and wacky things that might be powered by gas, and one of them is this, well, is it nautical? Hello there. Nautical though it may look, it's a hairdryer. There's the heat source, pipe, dry, dry, dry. And over here we've got what looks like a familiar fridge, but it's gas powered. But my favourite really is the radio. Two pieces of metal in here are heated by a flame, which produces a charge, charges a battery, and that powers the radio. As strange though all these products are, gas has stood the test of time. We still heat our homes with it, and we can still cook with it. It's nice and controllable. But the light has gone with all the other products. But really, this was the most beautiful and the only source of light for several generations. To get gas to those delicate little lamps, we need slightly beefier engineering. And to begin with, that means pipes. And once upon a time, pipes were made from cast iron or steel. But these days, it tends to be flexible plastic, which is heavy enough in itself. But it doesn't come much beefier than this giant tin can. This is our gas holder, and this is where all the gas comes from before it comes to our houses. As the gas flows in, it's just the pressure that holds up the three massive sections. The gas doesn't leak away, as the whole thing sits in a 14 million gallon pool of water. But if you could swim in here, you'd definitely need a gas mask. It's a clever design, and I've been proud of myself. Now, when gas was manufactured in towns, it was called town gas, that was the only place to put it. But now we get our gas from the North Sea. It comes from the North Sea through pipes into the big tank here and is held in reserve for when it's most needed. When demand is high, the same pipe lets gas out, and then overnight it refills again. It really takes hours, but we've gone for some high-speed gas here just to show you the beautiful way the sections screw into each other. It's like a massive piece of kinetic sculpture. Some of these Goliaths are still bobbing up and down after 130 years, whatever the weather. Natural gas really does work for us, but there's one last thing we have to do before it's safer to use in the home. Can I bother you for 1 minute? Have a smell of that. See what I think that smells like. Ooh.
Is it BO?
You enjoying it?
No, not a lot.
Ooh, horrible.
Come on then, what's your first reaction? Quite like it myself.
Gosh.
What I've got in here is a stenchant, and that's added to natural gas because natural gas is odourless, so that if we get a leak, we can smell it, just like the old town gas. Now, my reliable source of information is the old Ladybird book, and it says the chemical is tetrahydrothiophenone. Can't beat this. Gas proved itself with cooking and heating our whole house. but in the power struggle with electricity, they both transformed our lives. Electrical and other appliances have not only given us portable heat sources, they've given us more time. We no longer have to chop wood or carry coal. We can enjoy products as lifestyle items in themselves. And in the 21st century, the fire itself has become a lifestyle ornament in some homes. This hot designer number will set you back about £5,000. And no, I'm not going to do the line about money to burn. In most modern homes, the open fire is actually out of sight. It's been stuffed in this cupboard. It's central heating. Nice white box, very domestic. Controls, you can hear it now. There's a timer. It'll come on when you want it to and send heat all over the house. Well, usually.
Now, all we got to do is switch the pump on, light the boiler, and retire immediately.
So perhaps central heating is not quite as straightforward as we may think. And really, I need some people to help me sort this out. And I've got some friends out here in the garden with some plumbing of their own. Skipton Brass! Fantastic! But let's get some real plumbing. Come on! Come on, right this way. Oh, what tunes we can get out of these things. Come on, then. Marvellous. Ooh, steady. Steady as you go with that one. It's a bit sharp at the top, C sharp, so be careful. Back row of radiators. There you are. You just 1 or 2 pipes. Got a piccolo there for you. Turn up the heat. Come on, let's get it going. I've got the boiler here, and the boiler is at the centre of this heating system. It's going to be at the centre of this music. Come on. Are you ready, music makers? Let's go. Let's really turn up that heat, and away we go. Central heating starts with a cold water tank feeding down to the boiler. It's got a pump, computerised timer, thermos. Oh, you don't need to know all this stuff. It's a complicated set of bits that all need to work individually and play their own tune so that the whole thing performs perfectly. A central heating system is just like a band, all components playing in perfect harmony. Fantastic! All right, so central heating is modern, convenient, and it's comfortable. But for me, you can't beat the warm glow of an open hearth fire. It's great. But I've got a bit of a radical theory that maybe there's a new focus of all our homes really today. Flaming TV.